The summer when the exploration ship entered the village, my father brought the flashlight back from the city. The metal shell of the flashlight was nickel-plated, and it looked as cold as it felt. Before my father came to the city, he picked 2 baskets of wolfberries, and he exchanged them for the bright thing. My father hummed 18 moves on the road alone. The bright red wolfberries looked waxed, flashing dazzlingly on the sides of the pole with my father's stepping style. Wolfberry is the wildest plant species in our hometown. They will be red and green when there is wind and rain. Every year in the middle of summer, the valleys on the banks of the river are full of kernels, and they are red brightly. Large swaths of blood red are reflected at the bottom of the river, staring at the blue sky and white clouds wolfishly. After returning to the village, my father brought back the flashlight. It was in the evening. Father walked through clusters of wolfberries into our patio. Father said loudly, "I bought a flashlight." The flashlight was erected on the table by Father, and it glowed with a clear and cold light at dusk. Mother said, "What's in here?" Father said, "It's brightness." The next day, the whole village knew that we had a flashlight. Such a secret is not easy to keep, as if you have to smile naturally when someone tickles you. Everyone in the village said that when our family bought a flashlight, all the eyes seemed to be electrified. This is extra. People like us have long learned self-restraint. Many people asked my father, "Have you entered the city?" What a shrewd father! He knows what a fart is when it raises your ass. When my father avoids the truth, he says with a grimace, "Went." Many people came to the patio at night. They sat down to talk under the honey locust tree in our house. The summer night is clear and refreshing, and every star is clean. There is no smile. Such a dark summer night is suitable for crickets and nightingales. They are far away, forming a deep space. The topic has always been on the edge of the flashlight. Everyone is tacit, but no one wants to break it. This is a substantive way to survive. It's late at night, the dogs are quiet, they just don't leave. Mother was very upset, and her plantain fan patted vigorously on her thigh. Then my mother stood under the honey locust tree with a handful of shiny things in her hand. At this time, my father was still smoking with his head down. The flame in his cigarette was self-esteem and fragile. My mother said, "You're looking enough with your eyes wide open." Mother turned on the switch with great effort, and a bright beam of light ran across the middle of the yard with infinite certainty, passing through the gate and nailing it to the back of the yard wall. The perching birds on the honey locust tree were shocked, and their wings swept across like a comet with a long whistle, filling our hearing with a sense of the night universe. The climax of the story is that my mother turned off the flashlight. People looked at each other in the dark.